Good morning, everyone. Trust you are well wherever you find yourselves in the world. I am so grateful this morning. Today marks 24 years of marriage to my lovely wife, and I'm so grateful for her and for our marriage journey over the last 24 years. What an incredible blessing. I will definitely do a video at some point about marriage and a bit about our marriage journey, and the things that I learned about, grace, forgiveness, kindness, beginning again. So many different lessons that I had to learn over the years. But today I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about the first step towards wholeness. What is the first step that you and I need to take on our wholeness journey? Now, today I'm not really talking about the body as much. I'm talking more about the spirit and the mind. But, our bodies are affected by our spiritual well-being. Our bodies are affected by our thinking. So it's all interlinked anyway. So with the research that I did, I found that through interviews, but also through theoretical investigation and lots of reading, I found that a lot of people suppress their trauma, suppress their pain, never really deal with their trauma and with their pain. And it was true for me for many years, where I suppressed my pain and my trauma, put a smile on my face and just pretended everything was fine. But I found that whenever there was a breakdown in my relationships, in any of my relationships, whether it's with my wife or whether it was with my parents or friends, it always came back to the same thing of my pain and my trauma manifesting in a way in my relationships that disconnected me from other people. So I want to encourage you today to embrace your trauma, embrace your pain, not with a view of staying there, but to deal with it, to actually reflect on it, to pray for forgiveness, to forgive yourself, to ask God to forgive you, to forgive other people, and to ask for forgiveness from those people that you need to ask forgiveness from. So that's the start. The start is to embrace your pain, embrace your trauma. And you know what? The only way to do this is to become really still, quiet, get into a space where you can have your journal, a pen and a journal, where you can listen to that still small voice, allowing the Spirit of God to speak to your heart and to reveal the deep things to you, those deep things that we know we need to deal with. The second thing that I found through my research, via interviews, through reading, and also my own life, that causes trauma is incongruency in terms of what you do and say and what you actually believe. Okay? So too many of us live for the opinions and the approval of other people. And often it could be, once again, it could be your spouse, it could be your parents, often it could be your boss, it could be a pastor, religious leaders, where we just never allow ourselves to actually think for ourselves, to do the work of proper thinking, deep thinking, and to actually live a life that is congruent with what you believe in your whole being to be true. It's so easy to just um, react and to live for the opinions and the approval of other people. And you know, if you want to embrace wholeness and you want to embrace maturity and become a whole, mature person, you and I have to do the work of asking ourselves, what is it that I think? What is it that I believe? What are my values? What is my purpose? Who is God for me? These are deep questions, but unless we start living with congruency, we struggle in our wholeness journey. So I want to encourage you today. It's not a long video, but I want to encourage you to take this first step. If you've never done this, take the first step and embrace your trauma, your pain, by getting quiet, asking the Spirit of God to reveal things to you so that you can be healed, so that you can walk in forgiveness and that you can start again. And the second thing is, I want to encourage you to do the work of thinking for yourself. Thinking. And I'm talking here about deep thinking. And to actually start living with congruency, with what is in your heart, with the values and the purpose, and those things, those deep things that you really believe in your heart to be true. Start stepping into that. And that is the beginning of embracing your wholeness journey. So that's my video for today. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me of embracing wholeness, body, mind, and spirit.